Hey guys, sorry if you hear the air conditioner in the background. It needs to be on or I will perish. Let's talk about Squid Game Season 3. So, I don't know if you've seen my Season 1 review and my very strong opinions about Gi-hyun, right? Gi-hyun is the main character who sits on this high horse, this moral superiority, high horse thing, right? He judges his friend Sangwoo all throughout the first season, like, how can you just kill people for money and blah 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 blah. The way I kind of view Gi-hyun is kind of like, when you ask, if you were to ask somebody, like, hey, if I open this door, if I open this door, is it raining? Is it raining outside? If I go outside without an umbrella, will I be okay? And the person says nothing. And then you go outside and it's raining and your outfit and makeup is ruined. And then you come back and you're like, hey, what, like, you lied. You said that, you said it wasn't raining. And the person's like, well, I didn't lie. I didn't say anything. And it's like, it's lying by omission, pretty much. That's kind of how I feel about Gi-hyun. He's the type of person where he went into the games fine with people dying, okay, understanding that people are going to die, but not wanting to get his hands dirty himself, right? And still wanting to reap the benefits of those people dying, right? And so once they die, he gets the blood money from all of that, from all of those people dying, and he reinserts himself into the games. So what did the frontman want? The frontman wanted to, like, vindicate himself through Gi-hyun, right? Is Gi-hyun willing to kill someone for the greater good? Which, yes, he is, right? Like, it's clear, it's obvious. The people in the red suits are people nonetheless. Just like the people in the games have all been killing people, have all been killing each other. The people in the, pink suits have also been killing people. And he had no problem killing them during his little coup, right? So he is willing to take a life. And he's shown that multiple times. Now, what did the frontman want? The frontman wanted to see if Gi-hyun would kill people under the same circumstances that he killed people. Frontman killed his own son, right? That little test with the, slit all their throats, before the next game, because they're trying to kill you anyway. That was a test where they would not have won, but the whole point of that test was just to see if Gi-hyun would kill under the same circumstances that the front man was in himself, with his son and 4 other random people, right? He slit all those people's throats, so he would win. If Gi-hyun had slit all those people's throats, he would have went to the next game, and it would have been the platform Squid Game thing, and he still would have had to choose himself or the baby, right? So either way, it would have ended the same. Had he slit the throats or not, it was a trick, right? It was a catch-22. The front man wanted to see if Gi-hyun would kill to save himself, right? Like, it stopped being about the money. The front man realized, like, oh, okay, like, this guy does not care about the money. That's the part he couldn't understand. But he was like, but for your own survival, at least. For your own survival, at least. I know you would kill for your own survival. And the thing about Gi-hyun, what makes him such a interesting character is yes and no, right? He takes the path of least resistance. He aligns himself with the underdog, right? But at the end of the day, he's still willing to kill. At the end of the day, in season 1, he was still willing to subject himself to the games, knowing that people were gonna die, knowing that money was blood money. He still decided to subject himself to it. To me, that's like lying by omission. Yeah, well, I didn't kill those people. Yeah, well, I didn't say it wasn't raining outside. It's like, Okay, but you knew and you didn't say anything, right? So, like, you still fucked me over, right? At the end of the day. That's Gi-hyun. He sits on this moral high horse where he feels that he has the ability to talk down to Sang-woo, right? His friend from season 1. When in reality, you are no different than all the other people in the games. You are no different than Sang-woo. Sang-woo can just look in the mirror and admit to himself that, you know, he's in it for what he's in it for. He's being selfish and he feels like a cornered rat, so he's doing what he can to get out of his predicament. So Gi-hyun, okay, spoilers. Gi-hyun fucking dies. And we never hear what he's saying. That was for the audience. He never finishes his thought. I just want to applaud the actor, his acting, just the look in his eyes before he sat the baby down. I felt like I could read his mind. And my eyes started welling up with tears because I knew. Humans are. What does it mean? Humans are means everything. Humans are hypocrites. Gi-hyun's a hypocrite. Humans are hope, right? Like, the baby represents hope. Anytime, like the platform, right? When they send the child up with, like, the untouched food or whatever, like that, the child is the message, whatever. Okay, cool, right? We get it. The baby represents this hope, right? Like, when Gi-hyun in season 1 was talking to number 1 or 00, whatever the hell his name, whatever his number was, the old man, he's like, yeah, this homeless guy, they did a bet, right? No one's gonna come pick him up even though it's freezing out and he's going to die. And Gi-hyun had hope that someone would. And he won that bet. Because after number 00 or number 001 or whatever died, someone did come back and save the homeless man, right? So the baby represents hope. Humans are hope. Humans are contradictory. Humans are imperfect. Humans are moral. Humans are just. Humans are love. Like, humans represent everything because humans represent everything. And I know that's circular reasoning, but it's like, that's the whole point. Is Gi-hyun a piece of shit? Yes, he is. He's a horrible father. He's, a shady individual, right? He's all of these things. But he's also someone with high empathy, right? He cares about the underdog. He cares about, like, women and children and stuff. Like, he will oftentimes align himself with the weakest links because he cares, or because he sees himself in them, or because he wants to further feed that moral superiority or whatever complex he fucking has. Right? And so I understand why some people probably didn't like it. Another reason why I say that the baby represents hope is, through Gi-hyun's actions of sacrificing himself instead of the baby, the girl from North Korea doesn't kill herself because she senses that hope too. His final, like, selfless act, like, gave her the hope and the courage to keep living. One thing that really pissed me off is her burning all the files. Bitch, why? Burn your file, sure, and burn your friend's file, but why all of the evidence? I don't know, just whatever. I have to say I give Squid Game season 3 like a 8 or 9 out of 10. I think the acting was so phenomenal. I don't understand why so many people thought it was trash. But now that I've, filmed and recorded my thoughts, I'm going to watch a few reaction videos starting with Penguin Zero and see why people didn't like it. I felt like it was pretty strong. Like, how else would you have it end? I love a story where they have the courage to kill the main character. Thank you so much for that. The only thing that sucks is what happens to the baby. We don't know what happens to the fucking baby. Where's the baby? What's gonna happen? Is the police officer gonna raise her? I mean, he did say he's done being a cop. Does that mean he's like gonna start being a dad? Like, what does it mean? Another thing is, who stole the money, right? Like, we see somebody shoot the lock and steal the money, but it's not clear who it is, and it's not clear why. So, why? Like, why aren't those things clear? I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe it's going over my head. I'll think about it more tonight, but like, why would the officer steal the money, especially when he gets the baby with the card, with all the money? It's like, it's not making sense. And then he checks to see if the money's actually on the card. It's like, are they trying to say like everyone's a little money hungry? Like, even the noble officer couldn't help but like look and see if the money was really there and stuff. What are they trying to say exactly? I do want to say that old man at the end of season 3 was turning into my favorite. I love the platform style Squid Game. It's a really good game. I like the jump rope game. Yeah, I thought it was very strong. I don't know why people didn't like it. One thing I absolutely loved, the character who played the baby's dad, he was a phenomenal actor. Like, when he was telling Gihyun to leave the baby, like when they were going back and forth, I was like, holy shit. Like, I felt like I was there. I believed everything that was happening. And then when he was like, I will drop this baby if you come any closer. Like, I've never seen a piece of shit dad written to be such a piece of shit. I just thought everything was phenomenal. The old man who was tricking people and shit. Lots of complex characters in a good way. I will say I didn't give a fuck about that kid who was being bullied, who let his friend, the only girl who stood up for him, let her die and stuff. I really didn't care about him at all. Anyways, that's it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are and if I should make a part 2 after I watch some reviews and address those.